No, he was prolonging because he was waiting for one of these special guests to show up. We talking about basketball, but he's more of a baseball guy, unless you're talking about the Celtics, that is. So we gonna bring up BWT's own baseball with Teddy because we got to talk about some things. Hold on, I got you, Teddy. Hold on, I can't play the Yankees win because we got a
Cause they
Red
lost the
Sox
Tigers.
fan.
My bad, Teddy.
Oh.
Hey, Steve
All
Carr,
right.
look, I ain't too
All
bad,
right.
ball.
All right. All right. What's
Welcome,
up,
Teddy.
fellas?
Welcome. What's
What
going
up?
on,
What
man?
up?
How you feeling?
What up, Teddy?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right.
Well, I know you got some prior engagements to get to, but these prior engagements that you got to get to are going to have one of these kids one day signing these type of deals. 14 years, $500 million, and that's what y'all help me out with this one. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure the Vladimir part was right. That's all. Now I'm gonna
Yep.
keep it moving. After that, you can do what you want on that one for the Toronto Blue Jays. So we got to react to it, Teddy. 14. That puts him in the top three. That's up there with Otani and Juan Soto. And just like Juan Soto, this deal has a no deferred money in it. I think he has a no trade clause as well. But
Yep.
tell us what you think about this deal.
I like the deal, man. For the Blue Jays, it's really going to help them secure Bo Bichette as well, as Bo Bichette is up for free agency this upcoming season, and for them to go out and get Anthony Santander in the offseason in free agency. I was wondering what they were gonna do with Vladdy and Bo, and I feel like Vladdy put the pressure on these guys because he set a time period where he wanted to get this deal done, and then when it wasn't done, he said, "All right, I'm gonna give all other 29 teams a shot. Everybody's gonna have a shot for me in free agency. If not, then you're gonna lose me." But they got to the table, they figured out a deal, and 14 years, $500 million later, they got themselves a first baseman for a long time.
I have a question, Teddy. Do you think that like Worm said, that was my thing. I feel like with the Blue Jay, I think you mentioned it on your show. One of y'all mentioned it that like when you got somebody like Vladdy, you want to keep him. You
Yeah,
want to keep him there. Don't you think he could have got more though?
he definitely could have gotten more, but I think like I said, they also need to re-sign Bo Bichette this year, and he's gonna be in the 325 to $400 million range. So you really got to think about like the team wise, you know. And they're building a pretty good team. Their pitching rotation is awful. They're gonna have to adjust that in free agency. But with the signing of Santander in the offseason, matching him with Vladdy, and then you got Bo Bichette, it's it's a great trio to have to build off of.
Okay, okay. And but are you surprised that he signed an extension right now, or that he didn't wait to the off season like he said he would give all teams an opportunity that all he opened to all the teams. So are you surprised that he did it right now?
Yeah, I definitely was surprised because I thought like Worm said, he could have got a lot more in free agency. I'm sure the Yankees probably would have offered him a lot of money. The Red Sox probably would have offered him a lot of money with what what they were offering for Juan Soto this year, and they missed out on him. And there's a couple other teams that probably would have thrown maybe 650 to him for maybe a shorter amount of time.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he stayed there. I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy to say that getting 500 million is selling yourself short. That's what's crazy.
Now, do you
That's
think
what's crazy.
now obviously getting I know right now obviously the contract is financially independent the rest of his life is for generations, right? He good.
Hmm.
For the baseball standpoint, do you think that was the best move for him? Or do you think that was as a fan, you watching it, right? As an analyst, do you think that was a smart move for him?
it was definitely smart for him to stay where he's already accustomed to the fans and all that. You can't forget that he grew up in Canada with when his dad was in the league playing for the Expos. So he was actually born in Canada, and he's used to that lifestyle and all that. So he's gonna feel right at home, and this deal just makes that more believable that
Mm.
he's just gonna be more comfortable. And defensively, he still needs to get some work in, but offensively, you can put him top 7 in the league.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember in the off season before it started, that he was talking about he's worth he if he has an MVP season, he's worth 700 million. So
Yeah,
definitely see where a lot of people saying he's selling so short. But like Teddy said, I'm not mad. Well, I mean I am mad because he's still in the AL East. I wish he was out or with us. But either way, I'm not mad at him staying where he's comfortable at, because like Teddy said, he born and raised in Canada. So that's all he knows. That's all
yeah.
he knows. So I mean, big ups to him. He got a contract to stay with the Blue Jays. Now I just hope they suck.
Well, he
Yo.
don't like the Yankees, so
Yo.
body
Hey,
confused.
he even said it. He even said he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give the rest of the 29 teams, even the Yankees, what happened in the past is in the past," and he was gonna give them an opportunity to give him the bag because who wouldn't?
I
It's
think that's what
it's
I think
leverage
that's what
talk.
made the Blue Jays give him that contract. He's like, whoa, 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 the Yankees? No, no, no.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, the Blue Jays were smart to get this done during the season, especially in the first
Yes.
couple weeks, because right now he's kind of struggling offensively, but I feel like he'll be fine during the rest of the regular season. But it takes his mental side of the game. It takes it away that he can
Mm.
focus on the game, not just all right. If I don't perform here, I'm not going to get this much money. If I do perform, I'll get this much. So it's like I can just go out there and play ball and try to win, but they won't win because they suck.
Great,
Let's say
great point.
one
Yeah,
more element to the mental side of it is the no trade clause too. Because at the end of the day, you pay me the money, and now if you want to try to get rid of me, you have to negotiate with me. Trust me, I know.
Exactly.
I got a quarterback and an excellent shooting guard that still hunts me to this
and the
day.
shoe
Go
guard.
ahead.
I really thought that he was gonna get more than Juan Soto in this offseason. I really
No,
thought that.
he's
You
he's
don't think
nowhere
so?
near he's nowhere near the offensive player that Juan Soto is. They both lack defensively, so that's where you really gotta measure them at. And Juan Soto is a lot better offensively than Vladimir Guerrero
Let me ask you
Jr.
this. All right. In every other sport, like not every other sport, in NFL and NBA, it's kind of like next man up. You take the contracts to another level. Is it like
Mhm.
that with baseball?
Yeah, kinda.
So so why wouldn't Vladdy, like he's a top tier player, so if he's a free agent, what I mean? Like why wouldn't he a year later after Juan Soto goes to the Nets, why wouldn't he like eclipse that contract?
Because you got to think about it. What the Blue Jays are trying to do as a team, right?
No,
You
no, no, not,
pay.
not, not the Blue Jays. I'm saying if he were to become a free agent, I know you said
Yep.
he wouldn't eclipse Juan Soto.
Oh
You didn't
no,
think.
no. I mean, Juan Soto. What he signed for was a ridiculous amount of money, and it's crazy because I'm a Yankee fan. You guys all know this, and I wanted Soto to stay in the Bronx, and I'm glad that he didn't re-sign with the Yankees because that's $760 million that they offered him and he declined. We were able to go out and do multiple trades and go out and get another arm, which really benefited us because Garrett Cole got Tommy John, so we really would have been. Can't say it on the airways, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it was kind of a blessing in disguise for Soto to decline what the Yankees offered him and take the extra 5 mil and a suite to go play in the little stepbrothers of New
Please
York.
don't do that.
So I mean, what Vladdy he could have got around 650, um, but Now,
I think he could have even gotten like 680, 690, but I don't think he would have eclipsed Soto either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
765.
yeah,
15 years.
yeah.
But it is New York. So you gotta think
Yeah.
about the taxes.
True. Triple tax.
Then again, we not into politics,
No,
but
yeah.
yeah, taxes may be going away soon, so he might get all that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But look out for what Kyle Tucker is gonna get in this next coming off season. Talk about setting the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Kyle
And
Tucker.
Kyle Tucker does it all. He can run the bases. He can play elite defense. He can swing the bat with the best of them. The most underrated superstar in the game today, I think. So I think he's going to get up there in the 650 range.
Dang. Well, I know them Cubs fans will be excited to keep him.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So we're gonna thank you for joining us, Teddy. And when you sign your 650 or 700 million contract, don't forget about us over here, man.
There it
I know you've been paying for a lot of Chipotle. Somebody backstage making us hungry, but I'm just saying.
Yo, I got a nice T-shirt, Tomo. I got a nice Celtics T-shirt. I'll be wearing
Hey,
it all
hey,
the
hey,
time.
hey.
You know what I mean?
I could go get a hat. You know, we even exchange over here. We even exchange over here. But I can't say too much because this guy, we done fed him too much. And we'll talk to him in just a second. But let the folks know where they can find you. We know we got the show descriptions below. Drop your last words and things like that.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at that kid Mercado, at that kid _ Mercado. Find me on YouTube, Baseball with Teddy. I'll be live tomorrow night with Carl to recap the Tigers and Yankees series. Hopefully we can avoid the sweep tomorrow with Max Fried on the mound, because that would be a terrible show if I got to go up there with Carl with the broom, because I know he's gonna do something crazy if it happens. So I'm just mentally preparing myself for that. But tomorrow we'll be live around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to recap that. And just make sure you guys are subscribed to the entire network. We're giving you everything you need at the tap of your fingers right here. You don't need to go on Sports Center with all that other BS going around, and you know what I mean. But yeah, tap in with the network. You won't regret it.
That's good.
There you go. All right, Teddy.
Appreciate you, Teddy.
Appreciate you, Teddy.
Take it easy, fellas.
Hey, get comfortable because we're gonna be asking for you to come on a lot more.
Oh yeah. I'll be here.
Let's get it.
There we go.
Let's go Yankees.
Boo.
I knew Look. Hey, who kicked him out? Because the laugh faded away perfectly.
I think it was joke because I didn't touch nothing.
It was me. I'm guilty right here. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I was gonna say don't look backstage because he has some words for you. That's all I'm saying. Well, we're gonna transition from baseball. It's like we covering all sports today because we're gonna go right into,